Hey guys, welcome to my Carnivore channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, really good to have you here. Let's take a moment. If you would smash the like button and subscribe. It really helps out. I really appreciate it. It really helps out with the algorithms. Now, into the video. All right, so I told you I was going to be going over there to Goodwill. Why am I going to go to Goodwill? First of all, let's just go back a little bit. I want you to check out the steak video I did just a little bit ago. Talking about good. Oh my gosh, those Angus steaks with the pepper jack cheese on it. Whoo! Yes! And thriving, my friends, thriving. On this carnivore diet, I gotta tell you, there's a couple things I made a couple notes here. The reason why I made a couple notes is because sometimes I just need a little help in my thought of train. Well, to keep my thoughts all in order. But I did go to Goodwill. And I had some luck. Now, why did I go to Goodwill? Why am I sharing this on the channel? Because, you see, when I started off 64 days ago, and today's day 64, and, back then, I got to tell you, I wasn't as strong as I am now. My body wasn't as cut as it is now. I was at 219, 211. Now, mind you, that type of weight, most of the time, isn't going to cause somebody to have to go down in size, okay? What's going to cause somebody to go in size is when their body is realigning itself, when you're getting more cuts, when your fat is shedding off of you and you're growing muscle. And, I see a lot of carnivores out there. Man, I love and respect all my carnivore brothers and sisters out there. But I'm going to tell you something. Carnivore is good. You got to get into, that's why I encourage everybody, get into some type of physical exercise, okay? Your blood pressure is going to come down. You're going to be feeling great. Your aches and pains are going to go away. Let's go ahead and work on the cutting of the body and just being able to, you see, I like to use an analogy. I really haven't used this analogy in a long time though, okay? But when we go out and we buy a car, everybody, they take such good of their cars, good care of their cars. They go out and wash them, they go out and wax them. My friends, you can't go out and buy a new car. You can't go out and buy a new body, okay? So going out, consistency, okay? When it comes to cars, you can just go out, go into debt, sign a little paper, and then you got to make the payment consistently. Consistency in working out, my friends, that's where you're investing in yourself to be able to mold and shape yourself. And I like to think of that, myself, what I do is I think of that as projecting. I project the type of health that I want. And I lay out a plan for it. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So let's say if I want my arms to be bigger, if I want them to be cut more, if I want a flat stomach, if I have the hope of ever getting a six-pack, which good luck on that one, because I don't think that's going to happen. But at the same time, why am I going to think negative thoughts? Why don't I just think, you know what? I'm going to be consistent. It is what it is, and we'll just find out when we get there. And besides that, I feel a lot better. I'm watching things change on my body like you're going to see changing on your body, because once you start projecting the type of physique that you want, that's the type of physique you'll have. Think about that. And when you think of it, it's as simple as that. The way I want to see myself, it doesn't matter what kind of body type that you want, as long as it's attainable, guys, okay? If you're 5 foot and you're trying to get to 10 foot, you know what I'm talking about, okay? All right, and so if you're on, you might as well. If you're on the carnivore diet, you're eating the most nutrient-dense food in the world, and you believe that, and you know that, and I gotta tell you, there are gonna be coming thoughts in your head that are gonna be going, because there's so much brainwashing, there's so much misinformation. It's like, oh, but what about your fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds? You're maybe like, oh, that's causing inflammation. They'll be like, are you sure you're not going to, here's the thing. Once you know, and in your knower that you know that you know, then you know, okay? The only way that you're gonna be able to know that is by working out. Let me tell you what I mean by that. And it's not really just by working out. But when you work out and you have tons more energy than you did before you were carnivore, then you're kind of like thinking, what's going on? And then you do your blood pressure. My blood pressure, man, what was it? It was like 119, I think, over 61. I don't know. You can see the video earlier today. It was like right in there. I'm just like right in there. But when you're looking at the bottom number, the diastolic, and you're taking a look at the inflammation, let me take a look and see how much time we have. Boom, we're at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. What? All right, so Let me take a look and see if I missed anything here. Man, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have calmness of mind on the carnivore diet. If you're on the carnivore diet and you have calmness of mind, please comment calmness of mind, because that's what you're going to get. Or you can comment Goodwill because you want me to get into Goodwill stuff, because I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that because I can see how my body has changed. Now, I'm not saying for the better or for the worse, but how I projected it. And because I projected how much I wanted my body to change, it had to do with burning the fat off, okay? Now, burning the fat on the sides of me, that has to do with just simple crunches. That's it. Now, mind you, walking and doing my bike, I encourage everybody to get an inside bike, guys. It's easy, go slow. Your body is going to tell you, it's going to start rocketing. You're going to be on the bike and you're going to be going and you're going to be on there for 10, 15 minutes. And all of a sudden, your body's just going to be like, I just want to take off. And before you know it, you're going to be pedaling faster and you're like, what in the blank is going on here? How do I have all this energy? Was it that chicken? Was it that tuna? Was it that steak? It might be that hamburger. It might be that double stack of steaks you had. Might be those Angus steaks. Look at Sam's, folks. Check out that Sam's video I did this past weekend. Woo! And I gotta tell you, that pepper jack cheese is good. And as much pepper jack cheese as you get in there, it is insane. And it's sliced. You go anywhere else, you're paying 2-3 times that. I am off script here. Actually, I'm not even ever on script because I really don't have a script. But yeah, so I gotta tell you real quickly, no pain, folks. You got arthritis. Now, mind you, I'm not a doctor. Go to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to tell you something. I've been talking to so many carnivores. I wouldn't be telling you this if I didn't 100% believe it. All right? No pain. Man, it's actually, but anyways, no pain. You're gonna, yeah, the arthritis. I sleep any way I want to. I can sleep all jacked up and I sleep deep. You lost your manhood, gonna get the manhood back. And I'm just telling you. Okay, so this morning I woke up. Man, I remember I started off my journey at 219. Now I'm 211.4. What the blank and blank? And I haven't weighed myself in the past 4 or 5 days. I thought maybe I'm up, maybe I'm down. Every time I check, I'm down. Now, I'm not saying I wanted to be down, but here's the thing. It's got to be the fat, because you got a lot of fat. I got fat. I still have fat here. I've got fat places on my body. Most people don't think I have a lot of weight to lose, but I'm going to tell you something. When you replace the fat, well, you really do, because you shed the fat and you gain muscle. But when you're shedding fat, I'm telling you, try to gain that muscle, guys. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all. Just do it and have fun with it and feel great. Man, I'm going to tell you, the more you work out, the better you feel. Let's go to the first thing that I got on this Goodwill. Man, here's my Goodwill bag. Bam! Wonder how many people I've already lost before you got to this point. Hopefully I was a little bit entertaining. All right, so when I went into Goodwill and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to look for a couple shirts. So I'm going to start with a shirt, okay? Now check this out. This is a shirt. I looked it over. Perfect. Now, mind you, I looked over probably like, I don't know, 40 shirts, and I do it really, probably like 100. But I'm talking about scanning really fast, okay? On the carnivore diet, you can scan real fast. I'm just playing around. But the point is, you might be able to scan better. Okay, so, all right, Walter Hagen. What? And check out the size here. Yes, sir. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is medium. Yeah, you can see that. You can see that, puppy dog. Okay, so Walter Hagen, medium. It's plain red. It fits really nicely. I like the way it fits. And it's bad. It is nice. So you take a look at this Walter Hagen online. The price I found on it, it was over $80. It was between $80 and $90. And this is like it was never worn before. Probably wasn't worn before because somebody bought somebody a medium shirt. And there was some place on this individual, it didn't fit. On me, thank goodness, because of consistency. And really, consistency is the only thing that we have. We consistently pay our mortgage, or we're paying our rent bill. We're consistently, hopefully, saving money. We're consistently working towards being a better version of ourselves. Consistency. And that's what it's all about. Because if you're not consistent, you won't be successful unless, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and then I think that's great. Not many of us were. All right, so, and all of us, we're not born into the exact, you know what I'm talking about. Nothing's equal, but you got it. Okay, so when you go to, okay, so one thing I really like to find when I go to Goodwill is brand new clothes. If you checked out my last Goodwill, I know I had some other brand new clothes in there, but check these out. Hang 10, folks. Oh, what? Yes, they still have the tags on them. Is that not insane? What's insane is that this was the only pair that I actually liked. And there we go. So these Hang 10 shorts, they do have the little cords hanging out in front of them. Man, they're pretty bad, okay? But you know what the baddest thing about them completely? That was a medium shirt, okay? I'm not obsessing about size, but it lets you know what's gonna happen with your body on this diet. It's just gonna size 34. Now, okay, so here's the thing. In our society, we're programmed to think that I'm I'm just gonna break it down real quick. How much time we have? We got 11 minutes, 2 seconds. So I'm 51 years old, all right? I'm 6'3". Most people that are 50 my age, they're thinking, well, I mean, I'm the old man. I'm getting older. You hear it. You look at your average 50-year-old. And what I'm saying to you by that, don't take any of that wrong. What I'm saying is, don't buy into what society wants to pigeonhole you into, okay? The average person in society is on 4 medications. I want you to think about that. 4. On the age of 40. Now, at the age of 50, God only knows. Because I've actually tried to look that up, and I think it's between 4 to 6, all right? So in the United States, on the standard American diet, people aren't doing too good, okay? If you want to thrive, you eat the most nutrient-dense food on planet Earth. You do something that we call exercise, and you do it consistently. You know the first thing I did this morning, guys, and I'm doing it because it's importante. To me, eating right and exercising is so much more important than paying my health insurance. Why is that though? Because I'm paying my health insurance in small little increments, and it's called every meal I eat a satiating diet, a satiating meal to fuel my body, to give me energy, and to be able to feel my very best. In other words, when I go to bed, I'm not feeling aches and pains. I'm not feeling arthritis. Well, the reason why is because I'm taking my medicine by eating that meat, by eating, oh, good golly, that hard cheese. I drink coffee and I put heavy cream in there. And you know this if you've seen my videos, and I've had some today. And it gives me a peace of mind, I'm telling you. The fear of getting some horrible disease, which society brainwashes us into, okay? And they're like, oh no, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But they don't say, oh, try to stay healthy. They're not saying eat healthy. They're not saying don't eat those highly inflammational foods. They're not saying change your lifestyle. If you get, there's a lot of diseases out there, and I don't mean to go off on a tangent and oh my gosh, look guys, if you have high blood pressure and you want to change that around, you can change it around. Okay, or you can just spin on a stool. This stool doesn't spin, and just spin. I'm not done with my. Okay, so I did get a few more things. Sorry, I go for going off on a tangent like that, guys. But the point is, if you're on the carnivore diet, boom, you're there. Stick with it consistency and start exercising if you can. Okay, in small increments. You're going to develop it into a lifestyle, and pretty soon you're not going to think about it. See, right now you're probably thinking about it for hours. You're like, oh, blank and blank, I don't want to exercise. You're like, you hate it. You lay on the ground and you go, I hate this, But eventually what happens is you just get on the ground and you do your push-ups like I did this morning. Eventually you're going to do like 3 times. You're going to do arm weights. And you're going to, you're going to do your crunches, and you're going to do whatever exercise that you feel good. Last night, jumped on the bike. 10 kilometers, pretty easy, guys, because you're on the right diet. In my opinion, the ideal diet. The one that's going to give you tons of energy. Now, if you're trying to lose weight on this, yes, because the whole thing is getting you to the ideal state, your ideal physical, best position that you can be in, okay? All right, so I did get Clint Black. Boy, he is, yeah, unbelievably. It's put yourself in my shoes, I think. Yeah, bad, man. I was listening to that in the car. Okay, so the other two things I got, they were Christmas music. Pretty cool. Let's see. Harry Connick Jr., Harry for the holidays. There is no better time to start collecting CDs so you can put in, hopefully, you know, if you have a stereo system. If you don't, go to Goodwill, get one because they always get them. You just have to keep checking. Clay Aiken, Merry Christmas with Love. Boy, what? I know. You put that in there, you put a bunch of your CDs in at Christmas time, you get the positive energy going. You know what? I just want to say one more word on something real quick, and it's going to be like this. Hey, guys, it's not only what you put in your body, it's also what you put in your ears, okay? Which reminds me of something. There was a little something when I was a little kid. It was, oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. You probably know that song. If you do, say, I know that song in the comments. I just thought of that song. That's an awesome song. But when I'm saying being careful, I'm talking about be careful. Because there's a lot of things that are going to make you look to the left or to the right. They're going to get you depressed when they shouldn't. There's a lot of things in our society that are going to make you want to be depressed. They're trying to control us, okay? And what I mean by that, I don't want to sound like some crazy person going, they're trying to control us. What I'm saying, toxic energy is toxic. Toxic people are poisonous. Get toxic people out of your life. If you can't get them out of your life, make it so that their words mean nothing to you. And you have to program your mind for that, okay? It's going to take time to program that, but you can do it. It doesn't mean you don't love them. Just don't listen to them because what they say doesn't matter because you're on another level than they are, period. So put in the positive music, man. Like this first CD I was listening to by Clint Black. Man, he's got some music on here which is absolutely phenomenal. Check it out. But what I'm saying is that get the positive energy into you. Get the positive vibes, the type of music that you enjoy, okay? And then just roll with it. Feed yourself that. I've got 5 Google Hubs throughout my house. Sometimes I play different music in every room. That way when I go into it, it's a different mood. It's going to be something that's going to be relaxing. When you're feeding your inside of your body, you're also feeding your mind. And you got to be careful with what you feed your mind with. Be careful you don't. I haven't listened to the news, man. I'm very selective. I haven't listened to it for about, oh man. I haven't watched the news in like 3 years. Just toxic. Let me see. This video's gone way too far. But anyway, y'all be good. Peace out. Thank you for showing up.